Good morning students, this is Latif sir. In this video, today I'll discuss about contribution of some notable chemist or scientist in the field of chemistry. In the last video, I have already discussed about what is chemistry, and I have told that chemistry is the branch of science. Chemistry is the branch of science which concerned with the substances like atoms, ions, molecules, okay, which concerned with the substances of which matter is composed. You know that matter is composed by atoms, molecules, and ions. Okay, so chemistry is the branch of science which concerned with the substances of which matter is composed, and the investigation of their properties and the reaction and the use of such reaction to form new substances. This is the actual definition of chemistry. And today I'll discuss about some notable chemists or scientists. So first you have to you have to know who are these chemists. Chemists are scientists. Chemists are the scientists who engaged in the chemical research or experiment. Chemists are scientists who engaged in the chemical research or experiment. And some of notable chemists and their contribution to chemistry are mentioned here. First chemist, the first scientist or chemist is Anthony Lavoisier. Anthony Lavoisier. See, Anthony Lavoisier. So, Anthony Lavoisier was a French chemist who helped in development of metric system in order to ensure uniform weight and measures. Anthony Lavoisier helped in the development of metric system in order to ensure uniform weights and measurement. And he also stated the law of conservation of mass. Very important law of conservation of mass was given by Anthony Lavoisier. You have to remember which scientist or which chemist gave the law of conservation of mass. Answer is Anthony Lavoisier. And Anthony Lavoisier published method of chemical nomenclature. He published method of chemical nomenclature which included the rules for naming chemical compound. This is also an important work of Anthony Lavoisier. Okay. Now second scientist or chemist, John Dalton. John Dalton. What's John Dalton? John Dalton was an English chemist and physicist and also meteorologist, and he is best known for his pioneering work in the development of modern atomic theory. This is the most important work of John Dalton. Okay, so he is best known for his pioneering work in the development of modern atomic theory. So who scientist gave the modern atomic theory? Answer is John Dalton. You have to remember John Dalton. And he also gave law of multiple proportion. It is also important law of partial pressure. These are very important law used in chemistry. Okay, so which scientist gave law of multiple proportion, law of partial proportion, or which scientist developed the modern atomic theory? Answer is John Dalton. You have to remember all these are very important question. Okay, 1 marks question. Next scientist John, John's Jacob Berzelius. John's Jacob Berzelius. Okay, so John Berzelius, the third scientist, was a Swedish chemist who developed modern system of symbol and formula. Important point: John Berzelius developed the modern system developed the modern system of symbol and formula. Okay, and he also analyzed numerous chemical compounds and discovered the elements silicon, selenium, thorium, and cerium. He discovered elements like silicon, selenium, thorium, and cerium. Okay, so the most important work of John Jacob Berzelius is he developed the modern system of symbol and formula. Okay, next scientist Louis Pasteur. Okay, Pasteur. Next scientist is Louis Pasteur. He was a French chemist who found that the spoilage of food is caused by microorganism. The spoilage of food is caused by microorganism, and it can be prevented by destroying those microorganisms. And he developed a process which is called pasteurization. Louis Pasteur, uh, he developed the process of pasteurization, and in this process it involves heating milk and other beverage to kill the harmful microorganisms present in them. Okay, so which scientist developed the process pasteurization? The answer is Louis Pasteur. And next scientist Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev is a important scientist. Very his work is also very important. Okay, Dmitry Mendeleev was a Russian scientist and who classified the elements and developed the first periodic table. Very important point here it is given. Dmitry Mendeleev, the important contribution of Dmitry Mendeleev in chemistry is he classified the elements and developed the first periodic table. So which scientist developed the first periodic table? Answer is Dmitry Mendeleev. So he developed the first periodic table. Okay, and he felt that there was some type of order to the elements, and spent more than 13 years of his life collecting data and assembling the concept. He found recurring pattern or periodicity of properties within group of elements, and he built up a systematic periodic table of all 66 elements known at that time based on their atomic masses, and he predicted the location within the table of unknown elements together with their properties. He even predicted the likely elements scandium, gallium, and germanium. He even predicted the likely elements. He even predicted the properties of three yet to be discovered elements: scandium, gallium, and germanium. Okay, and next scientist Alfred Bernhard Nobel. So Alfred Nobel was a Swedish chemist who invented dynamite. So which scientist invented dynamite? Answer is Alfred Nobel. And he also founded the prestigious Nobel Prize. So Alfred Nobel, who invented dynamite, and also he founded the prestigious Nobel Prize. Now see, Niels Henrik David Bohr, that is Niels Bohr. Niels Henrik David Bohr, that is Niels Bohr, was a Danish physicist who made contribution in understanding the structure of an atom. The contribution of Niels Bohr is in understanding the structure of atom. Okay. Next, Mary Mary Curie. Next scientist, Mary Curie. Okay, was a uh, Polish physicist and chemist who is known for the pioneering research in radioactivity, and he discovered radium. Marie Curie discovered radium, and she is the first woman to win Nobel Prize. Marie Curie she was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and the first person and the only woman to win twice Nobel. He win the Nobel Prize twice. Okay, and he was she was the only person to win the Nobel Prize in physics as well as in chemistry. Okay, next, Ernest Rutherford. Next scientist is Ernest Rutherford. He was a British physicist who discovered atomic nucleus. So which scientist discovered atomic nucleus? Answer is Ernest Rutherford. Rutherford discovered atomic nucleus. And Henry Moseley. Henry Moseley. Okay. Henry Moseley was an English physicist who is known for atomic number and Moseley's law. And Prafulla Chandra Roy. Prafulla Chandra Roy was an Indian chemist. Prafulla Chandra Roy was an Indian chemist who set up the first chemical factory in India, which later became the Bengal Chemical and Pharmaceutical Work Limited. The two famous Indian scientists, Meghnad Saha and Santi Swarup Bhatnagar, were among his students. And next, Hargobind Khorana was an Indian American biochemist. Hargobind Khorana was an Indian American biochemist who won the Nobel Prize in 1968 for demonstrating how the nucleotide in nucleic acid control the synthesis of protein. Hargobind Khorana, he won the Nobel Prize in 1968 for the demonstrating how nucleotides in nucleic acid control the synthesis of protein. Okay, so you have to remember the contribution, mainly the contribution of each scientist in different field of chemistry, like who developed periodic table first. Okay, who discovered atomic nucleus. Okay, and who discovered radium, like this. And last scientist here given, Chintamani Nagesa Ramachandra Rao. Chintamani Nagesa Ramachandra Rao. He is an Indian chemist who has worked mainly in solid state and structural chemistry. Solid state chemistry and structural chemistry, and his passion is nanotechnology, especially nanomaterials consisting of carbon molecules. Okay. Next day I'll discuss about application of chemistry in our day-to-day life. Okay. Bye students.